9% of Australians don't want us here. I'm facing my fear, and I guess I'm expecting the 49% to face their fear and maybe come and have that cup of coffee or try the shisha. It's sweet.
Self-described Muslim bogan, 31-year-old Turkish-Australian Batul Tuna wears a headscarf, prays 5 times a day and fasts during Ramadan. She lives in Shepparton, one of Australia's One Nation strongholds, where Islamophobia is rampant. And she's got a smoking idea to put an end to it for good, one puff of the water pipe at a time.
It's like sitting at the pub having a beer with your mates.
Are you trying to get me high? Is that what's going on here?
High with knowledge. High with knowledge.
There's no wacky tobacco in there, is there?
No, there's nothing in there.
All right, give me a whirl. Let me have a go. By day, she's a community worker and a single mum with 3 kids. By night, Batul and her best mate are transforming an old caravan into a shisha cafe on wheels. They're gearing up to travel around the country with it, parking in random streets, opening their doors to all Australians that might fear Muslims.
A lot of people are curious. A lot of people do want to know. They probably don't have the opportunity to be able to just casually sit down and not feel dumb when asking a question. I think that's really important. And I will start the convo always with, this is a safe place. I am someone that you can ask questions to. If I don't know the answers, I find the answers. Regardless, I don't get offended. And I'm happy to have that discussion.
A recent poll tells us that almost half of Australians want to put a ban on Muslim immigration or Muslim migration. How does that make you feel?
Look, it's sad. It's very sad. It's disappointing. The 49% judged or voted in accordance with what they've seen. But I guess I'm assuming that they weren't very educated around the religion. If they were, I doubt that that result would have came out that way.
We are in danger of being swamped by Muslims.
Pauline Hanson says that Muslims bear a culture and ideology that is incompatible with Australians. Does that bother you? Do you think about that when you go out to the local supermarket?
You start thinking, where do I belong? What is my identity? I'm born and raised in Australia, I'm an Aussie, but where do I belong? It is my community. It's sad that we've come to this point, and I think about who voted for her. I probably grew up with most of them, and that's more disappointing. I take that back to myself as well, and I ask myself, how good of a friend or a neighbour or a schoolmate have I been for them to question the religion so easily? It does hurt, and I guess I had to make a choice with that hurt and that feeling, the disappointment. What do I do about it? Do I just sit down and cry or get angry about it, or do I actively try to change this? Obviously there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but I'm actively trying to fight it.
Batul, what do you have to say to people that don't want you here?
Unless you're the original or you're the custodian of the land that you're standing on, you don't really have that say.
What do you mean by that?
I believe that the owners of the land are the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, and unless there is an Aboriginal, an Indigenous person telling me to go back, I'm not going anywhere.
What would you like to say to Pauline? Essentially, she doesn't think you should be here.
I think a lot of people in Australia don't think she should be here as well. It's sad that she has a group, I guess, that is following her or that do take her serious. I think she needs to come hang out with us maybe and have a shisha, and it's not halal. It's probably not halal actually, so I reckon she'll be right to give it a go.
How are you going to successfully change the minds of more than half of Australians who believe that Muslims shouldn't be in the country?
You know, at my house right now, I will have now more non-Muslim white Aussies over smoking shisha than from the Turkish community or the Muslim communities. And at the end of the conversation, I'll usually get, wow, I never knew that about your religion. Okay, that's interesting. You know, do I shake hands? That's the most common one. Do you take the scarf off in the shower? That's an interesting one.
Do those questions offend you?
No, and it's good that it's being asked. And then when I make a joke about it, all of a sudden you see the colour changing in their skin and they're a lot more comfortable. Like, look, you still got your head on.
You're calling your little venture Hijacked. Interesting choice of name.
2 reasons.
Maybe not the best or most inviting
The obvious
title for a mobile shisha lounge.
You know, a lot of people said to us that sounds very negative. And I said, you know what, sometimes you just got to see the humour and negativity as well. I don't see it as negative. We thought it was funny. You know, imagine like, hey, come have a coffee with someone in a van called Hijacked. There are days when we feel this isn't fair. My religion has been hijacked. It's been hijacked, and if I guess we want to reclaim what was ours, what is ours, rightfully.